maybe you were meant for something bigger than this human form. But maybe that is this human form. Maybe it is realizing that this human form is the biggest thing that can ever be. The higher being that you want to become, the magic that you seek. Maybe you already are it. And it's about recognizing that. And it genuinely started raining as I was having this thought. There was another thought that I liked that I had right before this, but I can't remember now. And that's fine. And I was thinking how the things that happen to us are never good or bad. We often label them as good or bad, but I mean, of course, the extremely bad things, it's hard to not call them something, not label them, but maybe it's about letting them just be what they are and seeing it for what it is when you're in that moment. Because again, there's nothing wrong with the words, but I think the words shouldn't take the essence away of something. They should add to it, right? And they do, but oftentimes we associate stories to a particular thing, and if that's helping you, that's good, but what I've noticed is a lot of times it isn't helping us, right? So it's about letting go of anything that isn't helping you. I love the sounds of the rain outside. I just want to go outside, but I'm too tired. You need my sleep right now. And I had this thing, so sometimes when I've been sleep deprived for too long, it's rare, but it's happened with me before. It almost feels like a brain glitch. But I think again that's my thought, that it's my brain's glitching and it's coming from that fear and oh no, something's wrong. But what happens is I see like, but that's what's meant to happen, I guess, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't be happening. So let me have trust in that it makes sense that it's happening and that it's perfectly normal for it to happen. But what happens is that I'll be seeing like what I meant by glitches, like I see a lot of images together, a lot of text, like it feels painful maybe in that moment, like because I can't control my thoughts. I know you never can, but in that moment it's genuinely like too many of them, too many images. Maybe sometimes it's even very disturbing. This time it wasn't that, but it was just and I think it wasn't that disturbing because I was able to notice that and not loop in, like given like start ruminating or like start building that story. It's like, oh no, something's wrong, and then it continues, something continues being wrong or whatever, like if I'm able to explain that. I can see water drops on the edge of the ceiling, like the ceiling above the window, not the ceiling, so yeah, that part above the window. But I really like those drops. It's like just waiting to fall, just collecting there for some reason. Don't give me the scientific explanation for this. I don't want the scientific explanation. I just want the feeling. I just want to feel how that feels when I look at that. So yeah, my throat so it's right now, but yeah. And sometimes these raindrops will fall rather violently, right, on the floor, like psh, and make a splash. And I love how rain feels like some unfinished business at times. Like it's like I'm gonna be back, you haven't seen all of me. And that's how the rest of nature feels too, right? The sun, the clouds, they come back every day. They shine, or float about in the sky, do their thing, respectively or whatever. And violent thunderstorms and hurricanes in the oceans, they destroy ships. Like, you can look at it that way. But they just exist. I love how nature exists, never shrinks itself even a little bit. It always comes back with pride, right? It's not pride, but like proud. It's proud of itself, and yeah, like imagine if the sunflower was like, mm, I mean, like, should I follow the direction of the sun? Should I do this? I don't know. The moon, being like, I don't know which shape to be today. No, it just bees that shape. It just, and the rest of the world watches and is fascinated. So, like, you're perfect as you are, and you're allowed to be that. You're like, you don't need anyone's permission either. Like, you came into this life without permission, right? Like, you didn't ask your parents first or anyone else for that matter, and nor will you need anyone's permission to leave. It's your cycle of the nature. You are nature, I mean, and you're cyclic like it, and you're beautiful like it, and you're complete like it. Like, it's so sad that so many of us believe that there's something wrong with us, that we're incomplete in some way, shape of form, that we need others, or we need this, or we need this medicine, or we need things to be this way, or we need to live in this particular house in this particular country. It's and that those are valid. Like, everything's valid. Just and I love the sounds of vehicles from a distance, especially trucks late at nights, and in the rain you can hear their sound, right? The tires in the rain. It's really nice. I love everything associated with rain, but yeah. And I wonder where these people are going, who's like, which place they are leaving behind and which place they are reaching. But essentially, obviously, you're always you, so it's not like, but we're like moving about in this world. Like, it almost feels like a game, because the world is kind of inside us. I mean, like, we're moving about and everything, but your world moves with you almost, right? And if you want to know how to be universe's favorite, I can tell you, you already are. Universe doesn't play favorites. We do. We as people try to play these silly games of who is better, what's worse, what will give me more joy, how can I be more rich, how can I be more this, that. We'll do anything except honoring this being, this presence that we already are in this moment. The breath that stays the same, the heart that beats continuously. And we don't express gratitude for that. Or like, how can we optimize this more? How can we be more efficient? Spoken like a true tech bro. But yeah. And you should act like it, like you are universe's favorite, because you are the universe. You are it. We are all it. Ripples in the ocean, you can think, but like, we're also as powerful as the ocean. It's just like I said, like, nothing's bigger or smaller of a particle. And when you, like, I think exist as this magic that you already are, you remember it, you spread it onto the world, and then someone else catches it, and then they be that, and then together we can like create a utopian sort of a world that we dream about, that we're so frustrated. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, why can't life be this fairy tale? But it can. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, like, these stories that you read about, where someone's taking like a magical library at midnight, and you have a special pass. We all have that special pass. I was reading this in a story, and I was like, oh, how sweet it would be to have that pass. But there's no chosen one, right? There's no favorites, there's no one's leading. We're all leading each other to kind of just not even leading us some different places, but to ourselves, to this, to I don't know to what exactly, but in a way center of the universe, because like not center of the earth, but like um what is the center of the universe though? It can't, does it? How do you, I mean, I don't know what is at the center of the universe, but yeah, how nice it would be if we all operated from this. So in spiritual terms, some people call it heart chakra, people say throat chakra and chakras, and I don't know about that. I don't know if that aligns with me, if I believe in that, but like I don't know much about it, but nothing against it. But yeah, my throat chakra is fucked. I say that as a joke a lot, but yeah, how nice it would be if we operated from that heart's frequency or whatever. But what essentially I mean is that just be kind to each other. Like I was thinking about this today as well, when someone was kind to me and I could be kind to other people. It's just so simple. Like life's really so simple and beautiful when we open our eyes to that fact. And I'm not gonna blame you if you don't feel that way, if you don't think that way at any point. I oftentimes don't, and I think it's a journey. And this point is where I reached after all the experiences I've had so far. So, you know, like I said, I did go through some sort of a hell, I would say. Like, I know I'm labeling it, but I guess that's fine too. It's kind of stopped raining now. The lesson is learned. Probably that's why. Just kidding. Do you ever think like nature speaks to you? Because I think it often does, and it almost feels weird to call nature it, because it's so full of life, right? It is life, I mean. And yeah, because I used to think that it rains when I'm sad or I'm feeling something very strongly, and then it rains and my heartbeat just slows down, and it's a very beautiful feeling that I definitely can't put into words, and I don't have to. But yeah, like sometimes I see shapes in the clouds and the stars and everything. I've noticed full moon at particular times during last couple of weeks and everything. I guess you can add meaning to anything. So yeah, I think it's about adding the meanings that comfort you, playing the stories in your head that are gentle and cozy to yourself, like that whatever feels right to you. Doesn't even need to be gentle and cozy, but yeah, feels more like you, most like you.